Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
We are from Team E and we are presenting our project with title Technology-Based English Learning Scenarios for Junior High School Students. Let's begin. Introduce our team member. There was Syifa Salsabila, Fathiyah Rahmah, Dewi Lestari, and Febi Mariska. Okay, move to the next slide. About project overview. So, project overview which contain about main goals, focus on topic, and approach. So, on the part of main goals about this project is improve English learning for 7th grade students using technology. We use technology to encourage active learning and good advice from experienced teachers to make sure our plans were practical for real classrooms. With focus on the topic, namely greeting or parting and time expression. And then this project used the approach ADDIE model, which involved four main stages, namely analyze, design, development, and validate. So this approach to guide our work. Okay, next slide. About project objective. Our project objective were to one, create two detailed teaching scenarios. So these scenarios will focus on specific English learning topic, including greeting or parting and time expression that have a different skill targets. Two, use technology like videos, presentation, and quizzes for more interactive learning. And three, encourage student participation and collaboration. Four, validate the scenarios with teacher feedback. So teacher feedback will be used to revise and refine the scenarios and conduct classroom trials. And the last is provide 3D to use lesson for teachers. So the validate and revise scenarios will be presented as ready to use lesson plans for teachers. Okay, move to the second member.
Okay, so I will explain the steps we followed in collecting data for this project. First, we started by selecting our target school, MTS An-Nizam Kota Jambi. This decision was based on its relevance to our study focus. And then, after identifying the school, we contact the principal to obtain permission for conducting our research. And then next, we designed interview questions tailored to explore the teaching process in the classroom. And once we prepared, we conducted interviews with a selected teacher, gaining valuable insights into their teaching strategies and needs. And finally, we gathered additional researchers and materials from the teacher to support the development of our project. Next, the project was structured using the AD model, consisting of analysis, design, development, and validation, providing a systematic framework for creating teaching scenarios. First is analysis. The team conducted interviews with English teachers to understand their classroom needs and challenges. The input focused on specific aspects like learning objectives, activity ideas, and lesson durations. Data collected during this phase helped the team identify key focus areas such as teaching greetings and parting and time expressions while ensuring alignment with practical classroom requirements. And then design. Based on the analysis, the team designed interactive and creative activities using tools like Canva for collaborative presentation and Kahoot for game-based assessment. Detailed lesson plans were created incorporating engaging pre, while, and post-active to promote active student participation. So the scenarios emphasized integrating multimedia and online platforms to enhance teaching effectiveness. Then development. The design scenarios were further developed into comprehensive lesson plans ready for classroom use. So this phase involved refining teaching materials, ensuring they were practical and aligned with the project goals. Activities were tailored to facilitate collaborative learning and technology integration, ensuring usability for both teachers and students. And then validation. The team planned to validate the teaching scenarios by obtaining feedback from the participating teacher. However, due to the teacher's unavailability, school commitments out of town, direct validation could not be completed. Instead, the team relied on feedback gathered during the interviews to finalize the materials. Next is data collection and tools. So, data was collected through structured interviews with teachers and analyzed to extract themes related to teaching methods and classroom activities. And then tools like Google Meet, laptops, Canva, and Kahoot were used throughout the project for collaboration and activity design. And then lesson plans were revised and improved using collaborative discussion and shared documents. So that's all for me. Back to the moderator.
Okay, move to the third member.
Okay, so my name is Syifa Salsabila as the third member. Now I will be explaining the findings and the results of our project. So based on the methodology, the steps that we already conducted, we produced two teaching scenarios and involving the multimedia tools. So for each teaching scenario, it includes general information that states the learning objective or for each lesson, and then the second one is teaching procedure, the steps of activities that the teacher will be applying in the classroom. And then the third one is implementation notes, general tips and how the teacher will prepare the materials, and then the appendices as the references, and lastly, list of contributors, which states the name of the member who create which part of the teaching scenario. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so for the teaching scenarios, we produced two teaching scenarios. The first one focused on greetings and partings, specified for seventh graders in junior high school. And the focus skills here, we focused on the speaking and listening. And the activities are watching a video to improve the students' listening skills, and then practice conversations in pairs to improve the speaking skills, and then complete the sentences using examples. And then the second scenario is about time expressions. The focus here is on reading and writing, and the activities are group discussions, practice pronunciation, and write simple sentences about time. These activities improve the participation and engagement from the students to collaboratively work together in the classroom. And then next slide, please. Okay, so for the implementation notes, as I mentioned before, the implementation notes here is to prepare the teacher with some tips that we give in order to applying this teaching scenario in the classroom. Okay, so the first one is the pre-activities. The teacher should start the activities with fun questions to engage students and build students' schemata. And then the second one is while activities, guide group tasks and provide support. And then the third one is post activities, summarize the lesson and assign homework. And then as for the homework and assignment, here we also use technology, Kahoot. So the tools used here are multimedia resources like videos and slides that we obtain from the internet. And for the slide presentations, we originally created and designed the slides using Canva. And the Kahoot, our member also have created the assessment using quizzes and Kahoot. And since the students do not allowed to bring their phones, so the activities for utilizing the smartphone to smartphones to do the quiz, they do it at home, and we assign them to do the homework at home. Okay, so that's all from me. Back to the moderator.
Okay, next the last member.
Okay, here I want to explain about the challenges and the solution in this project. Okay, we face several challenges during this project that require us to adapt and find creative solution. The first challenge was that our teacher was unavailable to provide feedback during important stage of the project. This meant we had to rely heavily on the feedback we received earlier in the process. While this was not ideal. It taught us how to make the most of the input we had and encouraged us to think critically about our work. Another major challenge was the limited time we had to make revision. We often found ourselves needing to prioritize certain part of the project over others, which require careful planning and decision making. Okay, the next slide, please. Okay, I will talk about the recommendation. We have a few recommendations for future steps to ensure that the project can continue to improve and have a greater impact. The first, we recommend testing the scenarios in a variety of classroom settings. This will help us understand how they perform in different environments, such as classroom with students of different age, skill levels, and learning needs. By doing this, we can gather a clear picture how effective that scenario are and make any necessary adjustment. And the second, collecting feedback from both student and teacher is essential. Teacher can provide insight into whether the scenario align with the learning objective and are practical to use in a classroom setting. Meanwhile, students can share how engaging and helpful they find the activities this week with will help us make the scenario more effective and enjoyable for everyone. And the last, we recommend exploring more tools and resources that cater to diverse student needs. For example, some students might face difficulties in learning due to specific challenge of variety level of English proficiency. By finding and incorporating tools designed to address these differences, we can ensure that the project is inclusive and support all learners. Okay, the next please. Conclusion. In conclusion, our project highlight the important role that technology plays in enhancing English learning. By incorporating interactive tools and multimedia elements, we have made lesson more engaging and relatable for students. These tools can capture student attention and help them better understand the material. Additionally, we have found that group activities are particularly effective in promoting teamwork, communication, and active participation. These activities not only make learning more enjoyable but also encourage collaboration, which is valuable skill and outside the classroom. Looking ahead, we believe that next step will be crucial in ensuring the success of the project. Testing the scenario in real classroom setting will help us identify their strengths and areas for improvement. This project has taught us how technology and innovative teaching methods can transform the way students learn English. By continuing to test and improve, we aim to create resources that are meaningful, inclusive, and practical for teacher and student alike. I think that's all from me. Back to moderator.
Okay, thank you guys. Maybe that's all from our team presentation. Thank you.